I'd now like to request Karan to please say a few words and, of course, read an excerpt from the book. And after that, Sohail, I'd like to request you to moderate the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Suchitra. Thank you very much. Thank you for being as gracious as you always are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to begin by saying what a tremendous honor it is for me to be on this platform with Khan Sahab. Truly a living legend and someone who not only inspires us, but is the pride of our country in every which way. Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me and allowing me to do the honors this evening. Good evening, Sohail. It's always a pleasure to be with you on a platform.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Likewise.
Thank you. More about that later.
Platform or likewise?
Both.
Lovely.
Likewise, you are a platform.
Look forward.
It is truly my honor to read an excerpt from the book, which I'm going to do just now. That's why I choose not to sit, because everyone in this book is such a legend that to give them the required respect is truly the need of the moment, the hour, and of course, in general. The chapter I will read is on Begum Akhtar. It was a personal experience that Khan Sahab has shared with us in the book, and I'd like to read an excerpt from there. Begum Sahiba had great regard and admiration for my father. She once told me that she tried to persuade Abba Sahab to record his music. But he was against recordings because he had observed classical music records being played during weddings and private parties while the guests milled about talking, eating, and drinking. Whatever recordings of his are available are from his live radio broadcasts late in his life. None exist of him playing at his prime. Begum Sahiba tried to convince him on many, many occasions, but he stood his ground. The first time I saw Begum Sahiba perform was in Calcutta. She always smiled while she sang. Before I could say adab to her, she promptly said, Khan Sahab, adab. I thought she was making fun of me. Whenever I was in the audience, she would make it a point to seek my permission before she sang in the concert, saying, Khan Sahab, ijazat hai? Khan Sahab, may I begin? I used to feel quite embarrassed by this until I realized that through me, she was honoring and paying her respects to my forefathers. She maintained this warmth and love from the stage on every occasion. Sometime in 1970 or 71, a few years before she passed away, AIR in Kashmir invited both of us to perform at Hari Bhavan. We stayed at the beautiful Oberoi Hotel, now Hotel Lalit. Governor Bhagwan Sahai was the chief guest. It was a packed hall. Being much younger than her, I requested Begum Sahiba to allow me to begin the evening. On hearing this, she touched both her ears and said, Ye gustakhi, main nahi kar sakti hu. I cannot do this. I was really worried about performing after her, but she was adamant. Our exchange went on for some time. When the AIR officials came to invite us, I tried to rush to the stage. But Begum Sahiba caught my hand and ran onto the stage herself, and I was left behind in the wings, watching her. When the curtain was opened, she sat down and began her concert with a smile. Shakur Khan and Ramzan Khan were on the sarangi and tabla, respectively. Backstage, I was listening to her ethereal songs and praying to God Almighty to bless my concert too. She sang 4 ghazals, and every song was so appealing that it left the audience enthralled. During the intermission, before my performance, Governor Sahai came backstage to meet the artists. When it was my turn to perform, to my utter surprise, I saw Begum Sahiba sitting in the audience. To give respect and to honor her gracious and magnanimous gesture, I kept my sarod aside and said that after her singing, I had forgotten all ragas and raginis. I requested her to return to her hotel and rest. She said, लीजिए, क्या हम आपको सुन नहीं सकते? Bismillah करिए आप. Can I not listen to you? Please begin. This was one of my most cherished memories of Begum Akhtar. This truly seems like a special book, a book for all music lovers, a book for everyone searching for soul, and a book that doesn't only travel and transcend, but also connects so deeply. Thank you again for giving me this opportunity.